You see me have to work. You see me do me dirt. That's how me body work.
Hello, I'm Carla Jones, the CEO of Carla Mechele Media. The service that I offer is storytelling with strategy. And what I do is take your personal story and just translate it to a mass audience. I'm trained in journalism. My degree is in broadcast journalism, so I'm used to taking messages and making them concise and combining it with visual, whether it's pictures or video, to tell a story. So that is what I do for my clients. If it's a business, I can tell the inspiration behind your business and talk about your products and how they impact your clients' lives. And I also have marketing expertise, so I use that to target an audience with your story. The way that I promote my services is mainly through my social media presence. On Facebook or Instagram or whatever medium, I target certain clients on different platforms. So Facebook is a little bit older audience, mainly women. You have an opportunity to write longer statuses and post a lot of pictures. So I tell stories a lot through pictures and my words. I have an opportunity to be very descriptive on Facebook. On Twitter, it's more like live situations. So if I'm on a panel or I'm watching a panel, then I post quotes from, inspirational sayings or whatever from where I am. That's how I promote my services, but typically it's been word of mouth. I've been very blessed that people really value my services and they refer me to other people. So that's how I promote Carla Mechele Media. What made me want to start my own business is that I wanted to own literally what I create from my brain. I was working full-time in a marketing firm as an executive, and by night I was a reporter voluntarily with a local television station here. I was reporting on entertainment in the city, different events and things to do. And I was tired. When you're a creative, you only have, you have to treat your brain like, I don't know. You just have to care for it. You have to nurture it, and you can't stretch it too thin. You have to know when to shut it off, because you have to know when you are most creative, and you have to kind of let your brain lead you. It's kind of like you can't force something that is not ready. It's maybe needs a little more patience and you have to wait on the timing. So long story short, I was stretched too thin and I couldn't do both. So eventually I left my full-time job and started full-time with Carla Mechele Media. The biggest struggle that I've had as an entrepreneur this far is probably knowing how to deal with a client that does not keep their word. I guess you can have contracts, but I've been learning that there's more clauses that I can put in my contracts to protect my rights. I was advised by an attorney to get a 50% deposit up front because of the nature of my work, because it's ideas and sometimes people don't get the vision. So, they might not wait until the full product to see what they're going to get. So I think just managing my clients and honestly jotting down everything I do, recording my work is difficult, but it's necessary because it helped me weigh how much time and energy I'm putting in what place in that. How did I come up with the concept for my business? It's really developed over time. I literally just came up with storytelling with strategy. Storytelling is an industry term. I'm officially a journalist because that's what my degree is in, but I've done market research to determine that storytelling is a term that is popular now. I actually just read in Forbes, like last week, that storytelling is essential for starting your business now, which is awesome because I'm a storyteller. So luckily, I've had a lot of expertise, a lot of experience in my field. So I've worked with federal contractors and really big corporations doing their communications. So as an individual, I know how to do those things, and I rely on what I have learned doing jobs that were not my passion. I took all of those skills, and they really do come up later, and you realize, wow, I'm prepared, and I didn't even know I was learning at that time. Next question. How long have I been an entrepreneur? It will be 1 year, April 17th. I'm really excited. I'm working towards that date right now. My long-term goals. My long-term goal is to host a talk show, and I'm very excited because I'm actually working on that right now. I've been pitching my talk show to so far 2 people I've actually pitched it to, and the second person really liked it, and they're taking it to their sponsors. So hopefully it actually moves. I find that as an entrepreneur, I go through different phases. Sometimes I'm in a pitching phase. Sometimes I'm in a waiting phase. Sometimes I'm literally, honestly, in the a lonely phase because I'm like, dang, I wish I had a partner, somebody I can bounce ideas off of. But it's really a learning process, and it really is mental exercise, just strengthening me in building my confidence and building my faith, because I literally pray about every little thing. Like last night I could barely sleep because I filmed a story, and I was contracted to film this story, but also the news shot this story, which the news does that for free. But with the news, you give up ownership of that story. They tell your story, and they might not tell it the way you want it told. They may not tell it accurately. And once it's published, it's hard to go back and take back what everybody just heard. I mean, you see it all the time. If a news report is inaccurate, how much damage it does. So this actually just happened to me. Like I said, I was contracted on this project. The news covered this project, and the news put it out in a way that discredits my client. So I was planning to give my client this video in 14 days, but when that happened, my heart was in it, and I'm like, they need to tell their story. So I literally last night was up typing away, writing this story, and then I had to pull strings this morning early and get studio time to get in there and record a voiceover, and it's we're on a mad rush to get this video done. So sometimes, my work is very rewarding. I'm so blessed to be able to actually choose my clients and really enjoy my work. But I literally last night was praying, God, please just give me a way, because sometimes I don't know when to be still and when to push. And so I'm not just saying that, I pray about every little detail, because on my own, sometimes only I know intimate details of things, and I can't necessarily go to a colleague because it's confidential, or I can't go to a colleague because our industries are different, or I know my journey, and that's the advice I would give any entrepreneur is your business is very unique to you. At least the way I've been doing it so far. And as a consultant, I really have to trust my own flow. I have to be really confident, and I've just seen it work for me. I've gotten contracts when I've deleted something because I'm like, no, how they would want me to say it is like this. This is more professional. Or how they would want me to dress is like this. And I'm like, you know what? Scratch that. The whole reason I started this business is because I want to be authentically myself. And I genuinely do not want anybody who doesn't want to accept me like this. Client, money, whatever. I don't want it. So thank God that has been working for me. I think a hard struggle too is, at least for me, in this first year, being broke sometimes. Like, sometimes I literally, last month, I had no idea that I would get this contract on March 31st. I was thinking, March, okay, I already know what I got for March, and I'm going to have to scramble it up and, like, make do and, really budget. And boom, March 31st, I get a contract. Like, that day, I get a referral, I write a proposal, I get the contract, get the deposit the next day. So it's really, it's kind of like you fly by the seat of your pants, and you don't try to be like anybody else. That's the best thing I can say, and I only say that from being a year in the game and what's been working for me. All right. I think I just gave some tips to create your own path. What's unique about my business is that I combine journalism and marketing to tell stories. I have the ethics of a journalist, a classically trained journalist in AP style from the University of Florida. I have a degree in broadcast journalism. I have experience from First Coast News, NPR, ESPN, Inside Edition. I'm also a freelance field producer for ABC News. So when there's a national story and they have a local angle in Jacksonville and surrounding counties, they hire me to go. Sometimes it's as easy as just trying to, I don't want to say butter people up, but kind of comfort people and, excuse those dogs next door, but to kind of get people comfortable and I guess prep them for interviews, and then I do the interviews, but they pay me for that, so that's a pretty good gig. And so I have experience from large organizations and just different places I've worked. And I use all of that on the journalism side and the marketing side to be able to tell a story with a strategic plan behind it. So it's not just, hey, I'll give you a video that's telling who you are and what services you offer. I do the research to determine who is your best target audience. Sometimes I do personas. So say you're a child care facility. You might have different types of people in your target audience. You could have single moms, you could have single dads, you could have two-parent households, grandparent, caretaker. So I would create 4 different personas, and how do you target each one? Because you wouldn't go to the same place if you're targeting a single mom and a standard household of a two-parent household. So I do market research and I incorporate that into how you tell your story. But the key thing is, I do not tell your story. I work with you so that you tell your story, because I believe everyone should tell their own story. 3 adjectives that describe my strengths. I think I am present. I am brilliant. And I am empathetic. Why will clients want to keep coming back to me? I believe that I make clients feel heard. I have to listen. As a journalist, that's my most important job. And I really, really fight for my clients. I work hard for them because I really take that paycheck seriously. I know that I'm an investment. When you give me your money, because that's how I treat my money. Not that I'm cheap, but I'm thrifty, and I only pay for things that I really love or I really see value in. So I treat my consumers and customers how I want to be treated, and I think that's why they'll keep coming back. Finally, how comfortable am I with failure? Failure can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. And I think it's all about how you look at it. Thank you for listening. Follow me at Carla Mechele Media on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Carla Mechele. Again, that's Carla Mechele.
I believe